All right, so the bottom half of the front page of the Chapter 8 study guide. Let's take a look at number 8 first. Number 8 is dealing with a monthly payment and a down payment. So we're buying a new washer and dryer for $975, and it's 12% APR. The store requires 10% down for 12 months. What is the monthly payment? Well, the first thing we have to do is figure out what is the down payment. So remember, the down payment is the cost of the item times the amount required down. So the cost of this item is $975, and the rate required down written as a decimal is 10%, so 0.10. So I'm going to go 975 times 0.10, and that is going to tell me that they're going to need to put $97.50 down on this. So in order to find the monthly payment, I need to know the amount that I'm borrowing. So I'm going to take the 975, which is the cost of the item, and subtract the 97.50 to figure out how much money do I actually have to borrow on this this whole thing, so I can get that part for the monthly payment. So 975 minus 97.50, and what that's going to give me is 877.50. So that is the amount that I'm going to need to borrow, or the amount of the loan. So now I need to turn to my monthly payment formula, which we'll remember is P times R, 1 plus R to the n power, all over 1 plus R to the n power minus 1. So the P is what we just found. That's the 877.50. And then the R is the monthly rate. So it will be 12%, 0.12, divided by 12 months in a year. So it's 0.01. My N is going to be years times 12. So in this case, they are buying this, and all I know is that it's an installment one. So it's only a 1-year loan, and they're borrowing it for 12 months. So it's simply 1 year at 12 payments per year. So it's just 12. So I'll take this information, I'll plug it into my formula, and it'll look like this: 877.50 times 0.01. 1 plus 0.01, or 1 plus R, would be 1.01. My N is 12, all over 1.01 to the 12th power minus 1. So now I'm going to find my exponent, and I'm going to go 1.01 to the 12th power. I'll take that, multiply it by 0.01, multiply it by 877.50. Then I'll put that over 1.01 to the 12th power minus 1. And when all is said and done, you should get a monthly payment of $77.96. That is the amount of the monthly payment for this problem. So $77.96. So now we're going to look at 9 through 13. We just kind of did a couple of these, so we'll go through them one at a time here. Again, the down payment is cost times rate required down. So in this problem, the cost of the item is $5,200 times the rate required down here is 15%, written as a decimal. So that looks like $780 for the down payment. The loan amount is the cost of the item, which we said here is $5,200, minus the down payment, which is $780. So the difference is the amount that we have to actually borrow. So here we're borrowing $4,420. That is the loan amount. The monthly payment, I'll switch colors here. The monthly payment is going to be just like I did right here. So I'm using this monthly payment formula. I need my P, my R, and my N. My P is the amount of the loan, so it's $4,420. My R, in this particular problem, it is a 10% loan, so it's going to be 0.10 divided by 12. And then my N is the number of years times 12. In this case, it just tells me it's a 24-month loan, so it's a 2-year loan at 12 payments per year for a total of 24. So I'll plug this into my formula, and when you set it up, it should look like 4420 times my 0.10 divided by 12, and then 1 plus my 0.10 divided by 12, all over, or all to the 24th power here. And then what I will do is I will take my 1 plus 0.10 divided by 12 to the 24th power, and I'll subtract 1. And when I do that, going through it step by step, you should get a monthly payment of $203.96. So now the total paid. So how much am I going to end up paying for this loan? So I'll go to number 12. The total paid is going to be the number of payments times the monthly payment. Well, we know that the number of payments here is 24 because that was my n. So I will multiply that times my monthly payment, which we just said was $203.96. When we multiply those together, we're going to get the total amount you're going to pay for the loan, $4,895.04. So then that gives us our total that we're going to pay for the money that we borrowed. So now the question is, well, how much money did we actually have to pay in interest? We ended up paying $4,895.04. We subtract from that the amount that we actually borrowed. Well, that's what we borrowed. We borrowed $4,420. So if we subtract what we paid, right, and we take what we paid and we subtract the amount that we actually borrowed, that will give us the cost of borrowing, or the finance charge. And so when we do that, we're going to see that I ended up paying $475.04 for borrowing this money. Monthly payment, just like we did right there. Total paid, just like we did right there. Finance charge, just like we did right there. So if we can do these, we can also do these. We follow the same steps for each of these problems. They mirror each other.